Hello, hello. Welcome to the channel, Bob here. I wasn't prepared there. I'm just testing. I say testing. I'm kind of testing some stream stuff on YouTube. Don't know why I haven't done it before. It seemed like the most logical thing to do. Yeah, so that's what I'm currently doing. I'm downloading Baldur's Gate 3 at the moment. Oh, he's bloody green. Okay. Yeah, I'm downloading Baldur's Gate 3 at the moment because I was going to stream some of that actually. But yeah, I thought I would test it out first on YouTube's, see how it's working out. I don't know why I haven't thought of it before. Already got kind of subscribers here, and I guess you get notified when, maybe depending on how YouTube's feeling, you get notified when it starts. Yeah, so this will be like a stream stroke thing. Hey Kim, hey Liz, how you doing? I don't know why I haven't streamed on YouTube before. You get kind of drawn to Twitch, I guess, because everyone else does it. But I guess it's probably better for people to find me if I stream on YouTube as well. I don't know. Oh, 32 gigabytes downloaded of 60 gigabyte download Baldur's Gate. It's not even the complete game. Holy smokes. I was not talking to some people. We was expecting like 20 to 30 maybe, but 60 gig. I see some serious art assets there. Art assets, I should say. Oh, nice. Awesome. I guess YouTube just notified you, did it? Hello, I say jump. Hello. How are you? I spend far too much time agonising over. Yeah. Or tape, for that matter. I was looking at some old hardware I've got, and I've got some. I've got some. I think it must have been a Commodore 64 tape set that. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to work anymore, but yeah, we all remember those days. I was always scared of 5 1/4 inch floppies because I thought I didn't really get into them too much. I had a 5 1/4 inch floppy drive on this Commodore 64, and I also had like a one on a PC, but I never really got into them. I was scared of them. They always looked like they were just going to break. I much preferred the Amiga, the 3.5 inch proper plastic discs. But the 5 1/4 inch are very nostalgic. Hey Gaius, how you doing, man? And Quinn Lamin. It's always good to have Roman Emperors watching, I find. Does a lot for the stream. At one point, I did start collecting. Like recently, I bought some I guess what you would call retro PC bits. I was going to do I might still do it because I'm moving house soon. So when we move, I was going to do like a video series building a retro PC, and I've got a lot of disc-based games from back in the day. It might look like I'm randomly running around. I kind of am. I'm not really taking notice of what I'm doing. I'm looking for the very elusive. What's his name? Grizzle Knot or something, who drops the totemic armor piece. I remember doing this on Blue, and I had a ranger. I logged a ranger in and tracked it. But I'm just randomly running around with no intention of probably really finding, well, no expectations of actually finding him. That looks like a set, yeah. Yeah, I was planning on doing a series, get sidetracked, planning on doing a series of building a retro PC and getting it running. And I got lots of old games. I'm probably like you guys, I'm a bit of a hoarder, and I do like collecting things. But the price of retro games on eBay is crazy. Well, it has been crazy for a long time. It was reasonable many years ago, but I think what seems to have happened is that people who don't really know anything about games somehow come into a load of games from someone or somewhere, or people who do know stuff about games, but they just jump on the bandwagon. They think because it's retro, it must mean it's worth £100, you know. So just yeah. So collecting, particularly the D&D gold box games. I was hoping to add to my collection of those, but it's just a bit crazy priced. Oh, Tandy 286, wowza. I remember fighting, constantly, on a game-by-game basis, constantly fighting with memory allocation on DOS. Just a nightmare. It's clear that, obviously it wasn't designed to play games on. And they were kind of shoehorning them in at the time, as great as some of those games were. But yeah, like mucking around with RAM allocation, batch files and things. Jeez. Yeah, I'm just downloading Baldur's Gate 3. Currently on 35 gig. This was kind of a test stream. I didn't expect so many people to turn up. This was kind of a test stream on YouTube in preparation for maybe streaming some Baldur's Gate 3, but it's taking longer to download than I expected. I was going to do it last night, but I didn't. It's a 60. I was saying it's a 60 gig download, which I was very, very surprised at. That's large. I guess. I mean, there's a lot of art assets, obviously, but I'm wondering if that contains most of the art assets in the game, and they're only giving you access to chapter 1 initially. Hey, Guesty, how you doing, mate? Ashes of Creation, yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm kind of like I guess it's probably an age thing, but I'm not cannibalising or anything here. This is not a very efficient use of my time. Ashes of Creation looks amazing. I love the town. I love the town city building mechanics. But I think it's an age thing probably. But like there was a period like I was when I played Ultima Online, I was just all about PvP. I was in a PvP guild and stuff. But there was a period where I just completely went off PvP. I know he was talking out of turn. I'm not sure if Ashes Creation is like PvP, full PvP. I'm not sure. But I just, yeah, maybe I'll get back into it again with that. But it looks interesting. I do really like it. Like looks of it, I should say. I must confess, being a grouch, and I feel the same way about Baldur's Gate 3 as well now, is that I kind of understand it from a business point of view, but I'm kind of sick of all of this. Here's the game that's not finished. We'll get around to it eventually kind of thing. You know, just... I know it's a business model, and I know for them it makes sense, but... Yeah, I'm still playing through Daggerfall. I did a few videos, but I didn't really keep them up. Yeah, they're super games. Even Arena. I was kind of like, I was running around the world of Daggerfall, and I didn't realise it at the time. Obviously, I knew it was open world. But you can literally you can run from one place to the other, and the world is huge. Now, you know, admittedly, it's not got much in it. The odd random encounter and moaning ghost, but that was yeah. I remember my experience. I don't know what I had no idea what internet connections were like in the US. But I remember my first experience of Ultima Online was kind of my first experience of really playing. I played a bit of like net stuff and whatnot before, but mostly not on my own connection. Yeah, but my experience of Ultima Online, my first sitting at my desk at home playing an online game was crazy. And my character would kind of move sometimes a step and then stop. And then they would move another step and stop. If I was lucky, it would move 2 or 3 steps. And, you know, I just carried on playing. Like, what would be... Like, people whine nowadays if the graphics are downgraded in a game from a teaser trailer. I can't imagine how they would get on. When I think back to it, it was crazy, like running a few steps, then stopping again, and then running a few steps because your internet connection was trying to keep up with everything that was going on. But I was just blown away, completely blown away, mind blown by it. So I just kept playing it, and eventually things got better. Yeah, and things like I remember there's a load of stuff about crossing server lines, server zone lines, and that kind of thing. Yeah. My early days were essentially, I think I've got the spell right. It was basically seeing Court Paw on the screen, dead. Court Paw dead, and whatever, I can't remember what Flame Strike was. Court Paw was Energy Bolt, wasn't it? I think. My Everquest stuff is generally slow, I would say at the moment. I mean, I've actually logged in today with a purpose. I mean, mostly I'm waiting for Baldur's Gate 3 to download. What we're currently on. 38 gigs. Calvas Flam, that's it. Awesome. I've logged in for purpose today, and that was the unenviable task of trying to find Grizzle Knot for a totemic armour piece. And then I thought I'll test the stream, and I didn't expect anyone to turn up because I was just testing. And now I'm just I'm not taking any notice of the game, but I will run around some more and try and find him. Yeah, you know, the thing is that I love like. Let's move up to something close. Like I love graphical textures from the 90s, texture work and whatnot. It's just I think the drive for realism in graphics. One thing that put me off as well is the drive for realistic physics. I think is worse than graphics. I remember playing when I first started playing. It wasn't the first game, obviously, but like one of the things that spoilt The Witcher 3 for me was the fact that they had, they clearly set out to try and make the physics of Geralt what they consider realistic, and what it ends up being is just a frustration because you're running around and your character doesn't stop, so it'll run into a fence or something. It's just or it gets stuck on a wall because you didn't stop in time. It's just frustrating. Maybe it'll be weird if you've got an animated Geralt who's really well animated suddenly just stop when you stop moving like that, But yeah, the drive for realism is weird. I kind of want to escape, really. I don't want to. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, like the old textures. It's why I like. Apart from the systems, I love the systems and whatnot. But like Project Gorgon's another one. I like Project Gorgon because it's kind of like feels like 90s textures and stuff, but there's a slight more modern technical feel to them than these ones here. I tried RuneScape. I have to confess I couldn't get on. I didn't give it long enough, and it's all on me really. But I couldn't get on with the actual. I couldn't get on with the movement system, like click to move. I know it's weird because it was the same in Ultra Online, but yeah, I struggled with that for some reason. I like the looks of it because it looked like there was a ton of depth regards to like crafting and skills and stuff. Yeah, Thief 1 and 2 I play through pretty much once a year, I would say. I've kind of got a list of games I play through once a year because I love them so much. And the first two Thief games are on that list. The Mass Effect games, that kind of thing. I keep thinking of going back to Dishonored again because I do like that sneaky around type stuff, and I like the visual, I like the art style. I noticed they released the map of Cyberpunk the other day. And some people complaining the map looks quite, I'm actually right over the other side of the zone. I don't think he spawns on this side. Not that I've got any idea now. I'm literally just randomly running around. Let's put him on auto run. Yeah, I noticed that they released the Cyberpunk map. People were complaining it's too small, or it's not as small, bigger as they thought it was going to be. I don't mind that. What I want from a world is like from a Cyberpunk game, what I want is a cityscape with lots of neon. But the one thing I don't seem to be able to achieve technically at the moment, where it's a limitation or whatever, is that most of the buildings are accessible, so you can go in and explore them. So most games are a cityscape. You just can't go into any of the buildings. And as I said, I don't know if there's technical limitations, maybe because they're designing them around consoles. I have no idea. But when I play through the Deus Ex games, or another set of games that are on the list, and when I play through them, I always wish I could go in some of these buildings and explore. Maybe there's some... we're over at the Spires now. Maybe there's some environmental storytelling going on and whatnot. Yeah, I hope that's what they've managed to achieve in Cyberpunk. Some sort of access to the buildings. Sorry, Jess. This is Project Everquest. It's a Project 1999 server, the green server. I never played Nexus TK though, no. I did play some early MUDs and stuff. That was my first experience. Not at home though, that was on a different network. Hello boss, hey mate, how you doing? Well, I have to say that YouTube streaming has been a lot more successful than Twitch streaming, which kind of makes sense really when you've already got a subscriber base and YouTube notifies people. So I'll probably do this from now on. I do apologise though, I am literally just running around and I don't know what I'm doing. I should have employed the services of a ranger or something, probably. I don't think I've killed any bards yet. Although maybe they just generally just dislike me anyway. Yeah, I'm surprised there's not a necromancer here killing that bard. That's unusual. Maybe green server's just quieter than I expected at the moment. Hi Steve. Unlikely, I would say. On the VR front, it's something that I was always interested in. I did try out one of those very early Nintendo VR systems years ago. Was it for the game? But did it work on the game? No, it was its own system, wasn't it? No, unfortunately, because of like health issues, I kind of feel lucky that I can play games anyway in general. And I think VR, I kind of have a problem with like spatial stuff at the moment. I think VR would just not be kind to me at the moment. Hi Jess, thank you. Yeah, I mean I'm waiting for Baldur's Gate to download. What's it on now? I guess my connection has 42 gigs. It says can you play? It says play. I don't know if you can play Steam games after a certain point when it's downloaded, but I'll keep downloading it. Virtual Boy, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah, still doing well. I've been my enchanter's level 41, so I got through hell level recently with that character. As I said, I mean, I logged in this morning just to test out YouTube, really, and amazingly, like, all you guys turned up, which is awesome. But I was running around looking for Grizzlenot with no expectations of having any luck. I look at the sunrise. They did dawn and dusk in this game amazingly well. Hi Nick. Oh Necro. Yeah, I think I've yeah, I'm sure I've followed. I'm sure I've watched a couple of your streams before on Shroud of the Avatar. I always Shroud of the Avatar. I always just imagine that everyone who watches my Shroud of the Avatar videos and just hates me because they just think I hate the game. I had a very strange encounter with some bloke called Elrond off the forums. It was clearly like a mental stalker. It turned out, which was a bit weird. Yeah, I just assume that anyone who knows I play Shroud of the Avatar just thinks I hate it really. And I don't. Like I some aspects I love of it, but look at that view. Holy smokes! What's my? Oh no, not that one. AC, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. I'm 45. He's been 45 for a while. I keep meaning to get 50 before Kunark comes out, but I'm just running around. Yeah, I mean, I'd never had any experience of even interacting with him on the forums, but he kind of went into some crazy rant about me being the leader of Reddit, the Reddit sub thing, and then he started quoting stuff from the videos, which is fair enough, and they're on video, it's public, it's not like I was trying to deny what I was saying, but yeah, it was really, really odd encounter, and I haven't really been back to the forum since. I feel on the fence about Shroud of the Avatar generally. I know that a lot of everything is blown out of proportion, but even someone who's trying to give them benefit of the doubt, it does feel as though there has been some strange financial stuff going on, and because of that, I do find it difficult to recommend the game to people like on that alone. Maybe it's all rumours and stuff, but there are so many rumours out there that some of it does feel a bit tacky. I don't know. Maybe none of it's true. I think the other thing as well is I think a lot of people just expected better of. I mean, maybe I was kind of naive. I've had no experience of. Like, I'm old enough to have played the original Ultimate games back in the day when they came out. But my experience of Richard Garriott kind of finished when I stopped playing Ultima Online, really, and I don't follow people's careers. I'm not really into the celebrity thing. You know, there's very, very few people celebrity types that I go gooey over. Like Tolkien, maybe, who's dead. Andrew Eldritch, who's not dead. Morrissey once, maybe. Yeah. But so I didn't follow his career, so I had no idea. I didn't even really play the games that he did after Ultima Online. I didn't really get into them, although they seem to have had a lot of potential. People tell me. This is the worst stream ever. What the hell am I doing? I'm just running around. Let's make sure Connor's still got. Yeah, so I guess my expectations are really high out of the Avatar, but it's just been generally managed poorly. But I also agree with you, Necronut. You know, the game has got. When I log in, the game's got some great things going on. But there are also a lot of issues that need to be addressed. I kind of think mounts is quite a big test for the game. You know, is mounts going to be another shop cash grab, or is it going to be something else? It's a bit weird having mounts in a game with zones. I mean, you know, maybe like looking at Everquest, some of the zones are huge, right? West Karana is a nightmare, so I can imagine. Even though it still wouldn't probably fit that well, maybe you could have mounts in here. But mounts in Shroud of the Avatar? I'm not sure. You know, they kind of... They're one of those companies where they kind of do some good stuff. And you think, oh, this is going in the right direction. And then they put mounts in the game. Now, I understand that a big part of the game is the cosmetics. People like those things. Maybe people want to put mounts... have a stable and put mounts near their house, that kind of thing. That's great, but I just feel that when you think that the game needs so much other stuff, that spending your time on that kind of thing, and it just doesn't fit the game. That like the zones are not big enough. Really, I think that's the problem. So it does feel like another. I guess time will tell. But I do wonder if we're going to see a ton of mounts in the shop. It'll be interesting to see. Oh, but that's the thing, as you see. You know, is it another one of those things? It's a bit like Dungeons. I mean, what a great idea Dungeons was. but it seems to have just been another one of those things that was just been. It was released, and people probably bought tons of stuff for it, and it's been left. Now I'm 100% sure, no matter what time of day it is, that the treants will be camped. This is green. There aren't many camps, and the treants drop a lot of cash. So there's definitely going to be here. There's definitely going to be someone here. Necro or Shaman. Necro or Evil Shaman. It's got to be. Oh no. No way, look. What's happening on green? One of these guys. No, one of these guys don't. They don't spawn as Grizzle Knot. I'm pretty sure. I can't believe it. What I'm seeing. What's happening on green? Has everyone left? How many people are in the zone? 14 people in the zone. No one's camping treants. I'm so surprised. Normally I check the population before I come on. I didn't check the population of green this morning. Maybe things are quiet at the moment. Everyone's waiting for Kunark to come out. Hey Slayheim, how you doing, mate? Thank you very much. Yeah, it does, yeah. I still marvel at classic Everquest visually. Morning, mate. I'm not even going to... Well, I couldn't pronounce your name, but morning anyway. Thanks for coming along. Hope the stream's alright for everyone. I constantly change settings. I agonise over set. Bones, morning. Trying to get the best quality I can. It's quite difficult actually. I'm currently using the NVENC new codec, the NVIDIA one. I've actually got a 3090 on pre-order. Who hasn't, it seems, got a 3080 or a 3090 on pre-order? A whole world, it seems, at the moment. And he smokes. Hey Matthew, yeah, always a shaman. Oh, thanks mate, that's cool. I keep mucking around with bit rates and encoders and stuff. Do you know what, mate? Everquest is basically about time. And I can understand people being fearful of their time. I feel the same now. But like, I remember when I first started playing on P99, I had about one guy in particular was, again, very stalkerish. Stalkerishly weird. But he, I think it was a he. It was a he, yeah. But there was two or three people when I started playing who kind of tried to give the impression that they knew some sort of secret source with regards to EverQuest and whatnot. And obviously there are, you know, tactics, obviously, and mechanics that you need to learn. I would say from a combat point of view, if you play like a shaman or a necro or an enchanter, then I think it's probably the most kind of tactical MMO available. What's that over there? Oh, it's a white altering. I'm sure I know altering. It's an enchanter, I think. Yeah, I'm sure I've come across him before. Yeah, but it's just time, and I can understand you being fearful for your time. I feel the same now. It's kind of partly why I've been logging into Everquest on green less and less anyway. Like I'm kind of at the moment I'm kind of doing the bare minimum to get ready for when Kunart comes out. But yeah, I just I mean I don't mind this running around the zone. For some reason, I quite enjoy running around zones, even if I don't feel that I'm going to find what I'm looking for. But running around looking for camps, like spending half an hour running across the continent to get to a camp and it's camped, I found that a real problem on green, and I guess that makes me a dirty casual now. I don't know. Well, I am, I guess. Yeah, but I can understand. It is very time consuming. Don't put off by the difficulty, because the difficulty is the time, really. Yeah, if you're in a dungeon and you die at the bottom of the dungeon, your corpse is there with all your stuff. That is it. But it's mostly just time to get it back. Yeah, barbarians are the fashion quest choice, in my opinion. Although I haven't had it yet, I do love the shaman I do love the ogre in there's a Velius armor set that's kind of like a jadey green colour. And I love I love the cultural helm of the ogre as well. It's a bit like Inca-ish kind of looking. Yeah, but barbarians look good in anything. Yeah, just banded. Banded looks terrible on an ogre. Like, what the hell is that? Looks like a vest, and some of it doesn't even cover. Yeah, not good. Hello, Vic. How you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Well, it's an amazing stream. It kind of makes me wonder why I've been streaming on Twitch all this time. Really. I guess it just makes more sense on YouTube, doesn't it? Yeah, it is. It is. It is like that. What I've done, I mean, obviously, I'm not now. I haven't. But what I've done recently with my two characters on green is that I've bound my enchanter at a leveling spot, and then I ran to a leveling spot, and then I log in, and if one spot's taken, I'll gate back to the original spot, and if that's taken, I'll then log out and then come back or something. I love these monuments, constructions, or whatever as well. These are wizard towers, right? I never played a wizard, but I think they're wizard port towers. I love those. Yeah, dawn and dusk are amazing in this game. Yeah, that's the best way to. It's the best way, isn't it? It really is the best way. I mean, I was playing Project Gorgon a lot recently, and I was getting a bit overwhelmed with things that I had to do that I wanted to do. So someone once said to me, "If your mind's cluttered, just make a list." So I made a list, and yeah, and I look at the list when I log in and think I'll do that today, and it's yeah, some wise words there help me a lot. Hey Chris, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. All these people that I've recognised from leaving comments on videos, but you've probably never caught streams, I'm assuming. Well, I've learnt a lesson today. I think you can probably dual stream on Twitch and YouTube, can you? I mean, I'm not doing that at the moment, but... Yeah, it was a piece of advice I got years ago when I was a teenager from someone, and I very rarely applied it. But for sandbox MMOs, it's brilliant, because I used to spend an awful lot of time logging in and just aimlessly ended up doing nothing really, and not as Liz was talking about. Oh, thanks, mate. I'll check it out. Yeah, not as Liz was talking. It was unprofitable time, but then yeah, lists sort of helped me quite a lot. What's the time? So it's 9:41 here. My Baldur's Gate 3 download hasn't got long to go, so I don't know. I think we're going to swap over to that shortly when it downloads. And if you want, you can check it out. It might be spoilers for you if you haven't got it yet. You know, the one thing I'm hoping from Baldur's Gate 3, and I hope it don't offend anyone, but I hope that they keep... I hope the political stuff in the game, because I'm not one of those who thinks that games shouldn't have politics. Every world's got politics, even Everquest, okay? That's why you got factions and stuff. But I hope that the politics of the game have not been Wizards of the Coasted, and it's just what you would expect within the game. You know, they're not trying to shoehorn in what's going on in the real world, but it's kept within the world itself. That's what I'm hoping. Now, I often see, I'm not quite sure what they're camping, but I often see someone just standing somewhere. I don't quite know what I can do for them. I'm assuming that this, like Frostblast here, is just camping a mob. Oh, hang on a sec. What's going on here? Holy smokes. I should have slowed that as well, shouldn't I? Too late. Yeah, well, I'm even further back than that. I mean, I haven't really played I haven't played D&D since probably like AD&D. I did play a bit of 3, but I wasn't keen. Hopefully the implementation is okay. The thing that I was quite concerned about when I watched the preview was that like I really thought the original 2 Baldur's Gate games, the way they did the combat, where it was kind of real time, but you paused it and you gave orders and then it carried on. I mean, I understand D&D tabletop is obviously turn based generally, although it acts within a turn system. Did Frostblast get, not that it probably matters, but did Frostblast get oh, there we go. There we go. You're not running anywhere, but it might help you. Hi, mate. I'm probably being daft. UP, go on. I've hit me with it. I'm not quite sure. Is it something that I just said, or is it something on the stream? Yeah, it took me a little while to get my head around Icewind Dale. Actually, I've got a story. I worked for Virgin Interactive in the UK back in the day, and we were the company who distributed those games in the UK. And it was my job for those games, great bit and a not so great bit. My job was to play through those games, not Baldur's Gate 1. Oh, what is up? Sorry. Yeah, so I'm doing okay. Yeah, I'm just downloading Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm aimlessly running around in South Carolina. I'm looking for Grizzle, not really, but so many people turned up to the stream. I was so surprised that I've been aimlessly running around. Yeah, I worked with, and my job at the time was to play the Baldur's Gate, play Baldur's Gate 2. I had to play through it with a number of characters. This was my job, and I had to play the Icewind Dale games as well. I think at least the first one, and then I had to take phone calls from people. Oh, there we go. That's more like it. There's a troll. Is that a troll shaman? Prisma. Maybe. Maybe it's a. Oh no, maybe it's an enchanter. Interesting. Let's go and buff them. Hey McDoodle, sorry mate, I'm just yeah, just I'll catch up in the end. Let's go and chuck down some buffs. That's what Shaman's all about. I think strength's always going to be good on a on a clothie, definitely. I reckon it probably needs a bit of. I've got that already. Best thing about being a shaman is just buffing people. No, don't run away. Okay. Oh. There we go. Definitely the best thing about being a shaman. I would be the worst streamer. I think the reason I haven't gone into the streaming so much is that like social anxiety can cause a real issue, like even online, I find. And it's something that I've struggled with for, well, most of my life, really. Yeah, and I'm always concerned about what is going to happen on stream. For whatever reason. Yeah. What level? I'm level 45 actually, a little bit into 45. I was saying before that I've got my I've parked my I've parked my characters. I took some more advice from someone. They said park you, because I got a bit fed up with green, looking for camps and stuff. I have to confess, because I'm just, you know, as I said, maybe I'm just filthy casual now. But someone said park your enchanter at a spot. Why have I got so much? Park your enchanter at a spot. And then run them to another spot, and then bind your enchanter at a camping spot that you go to, and then run your enchanter to another one, and do the same to your shaman, and then just log in to see which spot's free. And that has also been some good advice. So that's kind of what I've been doing in Everquest. Although today I kind of came here to get Grizzlenot, really, without any hope. I've kind of heard some nightmare stories about him. On Blue, I found it easy, and I found the polar bear in Permafrost to be a nightmare. But I've heard some Grizzlenot horror stories as well, so. You mean Thief the Dark Project? Yeah, I could have voice acted those. Filthy Taffer. Those games do have some of the best sound design in any game. My UI. So, Chat 5 is damage that I'm taking. My missus. Pet is my pet damage. Chat 2 is my damage, which I don't really do. You can't see dot damage anymore. That was something that was removed. Cyclops in Lake Raff that drops to Temic. No, I don't think so, mate. I think even on Blue, that must have been a later thing. It's only questable. I did quite well actually. Like in one day, I collected some bits, but admittedly, you know, I went over to Permafrost to get Snowball, and I went to Nagina to get Terror Spines. Yeah, I did quite well in one day, but I think I just kind of got the easy drops really. I think Grizzlenot by the looks of it, and the polar bear in Permafrost are the blocking points. I think the Grizzlenot bark is for the chest piece, and for the chest piece you also need a fish spine from what's the underwater dungeon? Could probably go and level there as well. I can't remember, but yeah, but that's easy to get because I think it drops from a one of the fish at the entrance, so that's not a problem. Yeah, I mean, as soon as Kunark comes out, I mean, even in vanilla, there's probably better pieces than Totemic because I think only the helm's got wisdom on it. But I like the plate look on the ogre. It looks really nice. Okay, so I think Baldur's Gate 3 is almost downloaded. So what I'll do in a sec is I'll stop this and get the game running. And then, yeah, we can start that and have a look. See what we think. Well, it looks like Grizzlenot wasn't meant to be this morning. I'm not even sure. I mean, this is kind of where I was randomly running around on Blue when I found it. No, when my Ranger found it, actually. If anyone's got a Ranger, give me a shout. At some point, maybe I can do a little video. But it doesn't look like we're going to get it today. I haven't used any of the graphics packs on them. When I play them, I do like the vanilla visuals, but maybe I'll give it a go next time. I'm due a playthrough at some point. I finished the original Deus Ex a little while ago. What do you think about the final level in Thief 2? I'm not sure if it was just me, but even when I play through it, the steps you have to go through to create the thing that you need are so obscure and convoluted. Maybe I've always missed something. But, yeah. There's a level I like particularly that it's done really well. Obviously, it hasn't got the realism of like Dishonored from a scope point of view, but there's a level where you're going across some rooftops, and I think there's a little tower that you jump down a ladder. There's a couple of guards at the top, and there's a guard at the bottom. But just like entering that level and hearing the sound, the wind, the sound effects, yeah, and just so atmospheric. There's a sunset. Okay, so Baldur's Gate 3 is downloaded. I'm going to log out with the sunset. From what I've noted, I did test some streaming on YouTube before I went live, and it seems as though when I stop this stream, I don't know if I want to keep streaming and then load up the game and whatnot. So what I do is I'll stop this stream. Yeah, it was amazing, but then for some reason it got to the end level and you needed to use the very final level to defeat the boss, whoever it was, or to do whatever you needed to do. You need to run around the level and create some like a metal something, and you needed to fabricate it and to do it and to take it around different machines. And to this day I can never you do it so many times you kind of work out how to do it, you learn how to do it, I guess, but to this day I can never find anything that actually really, I don't like the obvious, but it doesn't it's not particularly clear. Maybe you'll maybe you'll see when you play it. But the sound design is amazing in that game. One of the best games for sound design. Listening to the guards walking around muttering, just amazing. And of course, like anything that's made in Hollywood or in the US of A, Being a little Cockney sparrow myself, I do enjoy the way that the Cockney accent is used in in America. Generally, we're orcs or some kind of low-level villain, or a cheeky chappy. I think probably is probably the thing. Okay, so my if you just woken up and logged in or whatever, I'm now going to load up Baldur's Gate 3. So I'm going to stop this stream, so the stream will stop, and then I'll load up Baldur's Gate 3, just get the settings quickly right. I'll probably be 5 minutes, I would say, and then I'll probably have a bar, protein bar, and yeah, and then I'll be back.